get a gold.
That was great.
I
How did you do, Dave?
Dave, that was good.
I couldn't tell.
I did so good, you don't even know how good I did.
I don't know, because I don't understand.
Well, I'm telling you, it's unexplainably good. That's how good I did in signing.
Okay.
Unexplainably.
Where can I go when the storms are all around?
Yeah. Commercial came with us for a long time.
I know what you meant.
Grant there, judging.
Grant is smiling. Jessica is here, but Lila is not.
Okay, Grant is there.
Lila is here. She's just not sitting at the table. You're here, she's not sitting here. Please sit here.
And Jessica, Grant, and Kathy are all in there.
We have Jessica, we have Lila. She was sitting in the back, hiding. We have Grant, we have Kathy. We have all four now.
Okay, got it.
Grant, I didn't know you were old enough to judge.
Ruth chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. Boaz replied, I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with a people you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge.
(4 minutes 5 seconds). Living in Texas, we see big storms every year. The winds blow, the rain falls, and the creeks rise. Storms can be very scary. You worry that your house is going to fall down. Storms have caused a whole row of houses to collapse. The only thing left is the foundation. This has happened for thousands of years. Jesus talked about storms where the rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against two houses. The house with the weak foundation fell with a great crash, but the house with the strong foundation stood. Of course, when the storm comes, I want to take refuge in the house that I know will stand. Jesus said, the strong house has its foundation built on the rock. He said that anyone who hears his words and puts them into action is like a wise man who builds his house on the rock. We all need a strong house, a refuge to hide from life's storms. We need a safe place that can protect us. Texas storms have shown us that you cannot build a house that is strong enough to withstand all storms. But what about life's spiritual storms? Where can we go when fear and doubt set in? Where can we go when things happen that we do not understand? What about when we are tempted to do the wrong thing? Where can we go to hide in those storms? Jesus says that the place to hide is the house that you build with your actions. If we put our faith in Jesus, we will have faith to help us overcome fear and doubt. if we pray and seek His guidance, we will trust Him even when nothing makes sense. If we read His Word and put them into action, Satan will flee from us, and temptation will lose its power. When we are wise enough to put the words of Jesus into practice, He is our refuge, no matter what life throws at us, no matter how deep our problems are, and no matter how loud the storms may spin about us. We will have a safe place that will stand on that rock and be our protection until we can trade in that house with its strong foundation for a room in God's glorious mansion.
Hi, I'm Philip Nichols from Memorial Road Church of Christ. I live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So at our house we have a box turtle, and one of the amazing things about box turtles is they can close their shell all the way so that no part of their body is shown. And if you try and startle the box turtle by making a loud noise or making a fast movement, she will immediately go into her shell. But we also have a very different kind of reptile at our house, called a leopard gecko. If you try and startle it, she'll just stare right back at you. You can't scare her very easily. And that's kind of like how the world deals with their problems. They will try and use their own power to solve problems. But as Christians, we're like the turtle, and God is like the shell. When we come across problems, we take refuge under God's awesome power. I have a couple of examples of God's power that I'm going to share with you from the Old Testament. Joshua chapter 6, verse 2. At this time, this isn't the verse, this is just the background. At the time of this chapter, the Israelites were going to take the promised land, but there was a problem. Jericho was in the way, and Jericho is a very strong city military-wise. And even before Israel started their conquest of Jericho, this is what the Lord said to Joshua in Joshua chapter 6, verse 2. The Lord said to Joshua, "See, I have given Jericho into your hand, with its king and the valiant warriors." And he goes on in the next few verses to he has weird instructions on how to take the city. Israel follows those instructions, and with God's help, they conquer Jericho. Another example of God's awesome power is in Judges chapter 7, verse 12. Now the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the sons of the east were lying in the valley as numerous as locusts, and their camels were without number, as numerous as the sand on the seashore. According to this passage, their army was massive, probably tens of thousands of people. But with the Lord's help, Gideon and 300 men defeated them. Now in our everyday lives, if someone hurts us, either by hurting us physically, lying to us, or hurting us in any other way, our first reaction should not be to take control of situations using our own power, like the leopard gecko. But first reaction should be to go to God in prayer and take refuge under His protective shadow. Thank you.
So
But the aquarium, they have see-through plastic tubes for it to hide in.
Can anyone tell me what the story of Ruth is about?